Que é isso?
Hey everyone, safe locked.
11 minutos sobre a pré-season. What? No, absolutely garbage.
Challenges and game modes.
Será que eu
First,
jogo
let's talk
de...
about the state of the game.
Vou jogar de cleans, foda-se. Bora ver. State of the
Overall, we're
game.
pretty happy with the state of League this season.
Nossa, essa
But
season
before we
é
get
mó
into the
lixo.
details, let's dive into a topic that's been pretty popular lately, which is new champion balance. When we look at the data, we actually see that new champions have been pretty balanced on release this year, with the exception of Dr. Mundo. That said, there's more to healthy gameplay than just win rates, and we're still hearing that new champions feel unfair to play against, particularly when it comes to complex abilities or overloaded kits. If we're being completely honest, we don't think our champions have overloaded kits overall. But that being said, there have been times when we've given new champions too many tools and had to pull back later to give them more clear weaknesses. For example, Samira's ability to dash allies removed because it provided too much safety. Combined with her missile blocker, it makes these things difficult, especially since that's one of her main forms of counterplay. Another thing we consider when we hear a champion feels bad to play against is their intended complexity. We try to make a healthy mix of high, medium, and low complexity champions. This way, whether you like it.
Caralho, discurso da Dilma do caralho, tá ligado?
The second new mythic item is built for mages, who are looking for a little more survivability. It grants damage reduction that lingers for a few seconds after you get hit, and while the protection holds, you'll also get ability haste. We think it'll be particularly good for longer range mages who need a mythic that helps them survive a dive rather than pile on extra damage.
Ah,
We
nice.
updated League's item system. We wanted to
O
give
cara
every
é
champion
um item
strategic
anti-burst,
choices in every
basicamente.
game.
Kamikat, top 1, 2 e
But our
3,
thinking
próxima
has
season.
changed when it comes to legendary items. We think it's okay if some champions build the same legendary in most games if it's a perfect fit. But we also want you to have plenty of options, which is why
Não
we're
vou
moving
jogar de
legendary
nerf contra esse time
mages,
desses caras nem a
assassins,
pau.
and tanks.
Tá doido.
For example, assassins can look forward to a new legendary
Tô no
item
pique
that
do
gives
Heitor com
ability
uma
haste,
bandida formosa.
and also refunds a
É
portion
isso, é
of their
sobre isso.
ultimate's
Bandida
cooldown with
formosa.
enemy takedowns.
Valeu, Alberts.
Tanks that can never get enough mana will be happy with a new legendary item that grants bonus health based on total mana.
No caso, o
Also grants
Singed,
them
né?
to
O
create a
único.
shield whenever they immobilize
Tanks que não tem mana vão ficar muito felizes com o item que dá mana e dá HP. No caso, o único é o Singed, né?
an enemy. Finally, mages who are tired of being denied their hard-earned kills can rejoice. They'll be receiving a new legendary that grants magic pen against recently shielded enemies. As for runes, we think there are some good targeted changes we need to make. Most of all, we feel the Inspiration Tree's identity has been pretty unclear, and we'd like to broaden its keystone use cases. For example, we're reworking Glacial Augment to double down on its fantasy of slowing down enemies. We are also making some modifications to Lethal Tempo to lean into its attack speed fantasy and give it a more distinct use case in the Precision Tree. Up next are bounties.
Ogmal.
Champion bounties give teams who are behind a way to get back into the game without being a straight shot to victory. And this year, we're adding a second way for teams to try and make a comeback. Objective bounties will work like champion bounties, except you cash them in by taking map objectives, like towers or Baron. They ramp up slowly when the enemy team lead grows, and the bounty is shared with your whole team, regardless of who claimed it. Taking objectives really is the best way to come back when you're behind, so we want to help make that a clearer and more rewarding strategy.
Ah, entendi. A gente tá estompando os caras, né? A gente tá estompando os caras. E aí vai estacando gold pra eles. Meu jungle é um filho da puta e veio fazer o Baron sem smite. Porque ele é um Ecarim e ele smitou o cara antes do Baron. Ninguém viu. O brand do time dos caras roubou o Baron. 8k de gold no Baron que ele roubou. Os caras voltam no game porque o maluco é um leproso. Entendi. Nice. Muito bom. Gostei. O jogo vai ficar ainda melhor. O cara que joga jungle já não tem sanidade mental. Se ele perder um objetivo, então, ele, mano, pula da janela de casa, né? Contanto que vão xingar ele. Ninguém vai jogar jungle, porra. Tá de sacanagem? O jungle, ele perdeu um Baron, o maluco levanta do PC e se joga, né? Pela janela. Ele vai xingar tanto que ele vai procurar os dados do cara. Tipo assim, vão atrás do maluco na vida real. Mano, smite, 5 smite mesmo, tipo.
That said, if a team is really far ahead, objective bounties won't change that. Being the better team should always get you a win, so we'll be watching the new bounty system closely to keep things in check. Finally, let's talk about our biggest addition this preseason, dragons.
Olha o sorrisinho dele quando ele fala Dragons. Que ele já sabe que ele vai estragar a fila de todo mundo. Vamos continuar a ver o bagulho do Dragon. Ele cria zonas de camuflagem. O que isso quer dizer?
These dragons might seem more impactful than the current ones. And, well, they are. Our goal is to add more unique encounters.
Ah, olha só. O cara falou assim: olha, esses dragons parecem ser mais quentes do que os atuais. Bem, eles são.
Strategy to the mid and late game. That said, these are some pretty big changes.
Meu nome é Rioter e se você quer saber se eu fodo, claro, né? Isso é aquele cara do...
We're ready to adjust if they're making too
moleque que tem um vídeo no carro, como que é o nome desse vídeo?
You can expect to see all of these changes.
Descubra! Se você quer saber se esses dragons são mais fortes que os atuais, descubra.
In the months ahead. Outside of preseason, something we've heard from all of you is that you'd like more ways to express yourself and your achievements in League. For some of you, ranked is how you define your progress. And that's great, we don't want to change that. But for those of you who aren't focused on the rank climb, there aren't great ways to express your own progress.
Óbvio, amigo, porque não tem progresso fora da ranked desse jogo. A competitividade é o que importa. Ou você acha que eu quero ver alguém na minha fila que o cara é um mestre do Aran? O máximo que eu vou ver é que o cara joga com 800 e-girls durante o ano. Que diabos? O que algo além de elo importa?
Champion Mastery and Eternals help you show off your skills on a particular champ, but they don't tell the story of your broader League legacy.
Que história, irmão? Eu quero contar a história.
Should achieve just that. Challenges rank up over time, showcasing your increasing mastery and legacy across a bunch of different systems, modes, and gameplay, making it a little different than just a standard achievement. We want to highlight not just your rank and champion mastery, but also your inventiveness, breadth of play styles, collection, and everything else in between. Want to showcase your knack for never dying in ARAM? Or how great you are at killing minions in SR in the first 10 minutes? Maybe you've collected over 100 champions, or love participating in events. All of this is now possible to track and display your progress.
Meu Deus, o cara brinca muito, que bagulho inútil.
First glimpse of challenges when they hit PBE next month, and the full system will launch early next year. That's all I have to share with you today. Thanks so much for watching, and here's SafeLocked again to talk about game modes.
Cara, esse sorrisinho da Nike dele, ele sabe que ele vai estragar muito o game. Essa mina aí eu gosto. Essa mina aí eu gosto. Ela parece honesta. Tá ligado? Mas o sorrisinho do Descubra ali... Essa mina é honesta. O cara do Descubra ali, ele não tá muito...
To start, we actually agree that the existing rotation of game modes can make some of the most popular modes like Earth and One for All feel a bit stale. Some of you have asked why we just don't bring back some of our other older game modes like Star Guardian Invasion or Ascension to mix things up. And the answer is that bringing back old modes isn't as easy as flipping a switch. League is constantly changing, which means all of our existing modes require constant upkeep. For example, when we released Yumi, we had to figure out how she'd function in One for All. What happens when a Yumi attaches to a Yumi who is attached to a Yumi? Because of upkeep like this, we have to be very selective about the modes we maintain. And right now, there are just too few popular modes that feel worth the investment compared to making brand new modes or updating more resonant ones for you.
Cara, que problemão, hein? Descobriu o que acontece com a Yumi quando entra no Yumi, quando entra em outro Yumi, quando entra em outro Yumi, quando entra em outro Yumi. Caralho, que problemão, hein? Imagina, nossa. Porra, que... Nossa, caralho, imagina, difícil pra caralho. Deve ter muita coisa pra fazer aí na Riot, né? Jogar um ping-pong, comprar uns Red Bull a £1.
And to that, let's talk about Ultimate Spellbook.
Tá, mas e o cliente?
All seem to really love this one. It was one of our highest engagement modes ever, second only to Earth. And beyond popularity, we're super happy with how long you spent making oversized champions with Cho'Gath Salt. And by that we mean
caralho, o tamanho desse Zek, moleque.
The Spellbook stayed high throughout the event. That gives us confidence that it's worth keeping around. That said, there are some clear areas of feedback that we want to address. Junglers were forced to take Smite and another ultimate, which meant they couldn't choose another summoner spell. They also missed out on a lot of exciting plays during the laning phase because they were stuck clearing camps. Beyond that, we also heard that games started to feel a little repetitive due to the small number of available ultimates. And we agree. So, this winter we'll be bringing back Ultimate Spellbook with a bigger ult pool. We'll also be making some adjustments for junglers to ensure that your experience in Ultimate Spellbook is just as fun as everyone else's. If you'd like to learn more about our approach to game modes,
Cara, muito simples. Bota os caras com 3
you can check
summons.
out the dev blog that's coming out today. That's all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you're enjoying Worlds as much as we are. And for any pros watching, once again, please pick a Mumu.
Não, os caras falar que esse jogo foi esse modo foi desenvolvido no LoL é foda, né?